Hello, I am a computer science student, and the goal of this tutorial is to be a guide on how to install class2go e-learning platform on a Linux Ubuntu machine acting as a network server. This video assumes that you are an experienced Linux user, because this is the only way it can actually be installed and configured on this system. class2go is the e-learning platform used by Stanford University, which has been involved in a large project to merge all current e-learning open source platforms into a single one. The first step is to install MySQL Server Edition. I personally recommend the Server Edition because it was the only way I could do it. The reason is probably due to hardware and software specifications. So, you must open a terminal and type the following command, which I'll do right now, like this. Sorry, it's a mistake. This will install MySQL Server onto your computer. Now, you must create a database. You can name it wherever you want. I'm gonna name mine as C2G, class2go. I should take a second to tell you to please use the database as a root user, because I've tried several other forms, and the only way that seemed to work was as root. So, let's get back to the terminal and create a database. Use root as I said it, type in your passwords, and there we are on MySQL interface. Now we're going to create a database. Again, I'm assuming you have basic database knowledge, so I'm not really going to explain what I'm doing. Now we must create a user, like this. User created. Now we must grant privileges to that user. And finally, flush privileges. There, the database is created, and we can exit MySQL. Let me clear this out. So the next step is to install pip, which is Python package installer. And again, using the terminal, type the following command, like this. It's installing pip. Done. Once that is done, you must install virtualenv with the following command, like this. It's installing. Afterwards, you must install virtualenv wrapper using this command. It's installed. Well, the next step will be to check the path to verify if user local bin comes before user bin. I'm not going to do that because I know it's before, but if by any chance the above path is not before, you should make sure it is by entering this command. The next step is to edit the login script so that the environmental variables can be added. I'm going to use Nano as a text editor. You can use whatever you want. Okay, this is the file. What you must do is add this text right here at the end and save the file. I'm gonna exit out of here. So like I said, you must add this text to the end of the file and save it. After that, you have to use the source command so that the environmental variables become effective by typing this command. There, it's done. Using source will create the virtual directory, which you should check by typing this. Now, the output of this command is a list of files, which means everything is alright. Now you should check and make sure that the project's home variable is defined by entering this command. I'm not going to do that because it's very easy. This will return the path home user dev projects, meaning it's alright. Then you should create a new project directory with this command. Like this. And after that, issue a command to create a new project subdirectory and link it to the virtual environment. I'm going to name my project test. It's creating now. Okay, the new virtual directory is created. This will take you to the new virtual environment where you're going to work on your projects. The next step is to install Django with this command. It's installing Django right now. Shouldn't take too long. Done. Now you have to clone all the data that is stored in the GitHub repository. Like this. Just a second. Like this. This should copy all the data into your local machine. I'm gonna pause the video for a second because this will take quite a long time, but I'll resume it as soon as it's over. Alright, it has finished copying all the data. After that, you must install the MySQL config file like this. second. The next step is to install several Python developing tools by entering these commands one after the other. Just a second. This is gonna take a while too, so I'm gonna pause the video and resume when it's over. Alright, it has finished installing. So I now must install the next package. Just a second. That's it. This will take a while too. Okay, it has installed. Now change to the main directory and copy this file, which I'll do now. Copy the file. I'm sorry. There. Then, using nano again, you must edit the file we've just copied and add the database name, the username, and the password to the file. This is the file we've just created. Now, this is nano, and what you're gonna edit is the database name right here. Mine was C2G. The username, you just put your username in here, and the password. Now, save the file and exit. After you've done that, save the file and exit. Now, before entering the syncdb command, I know by my own experience that it will return several errors complaining about missing packages or modules. So, those must be installed first. You do that by entering these commands one by one, which I'll do right now. Now this is going to take a while, so maybe I just pause the video and resume when everything is done. Alright, so I've just installed all of these modules, like I said, one by one. After that, you must create a directory named logs and a file like this. Now the file. Just a second. There. Now you can run the syncdb command and start populating your database. Just enter these commands. As you see, it's creating tables and populating the database. Now, this question, you're going to answer no for now. Answer no for now, which is, would you like to create a super user? Just answer no. Okay, it's done. After this, you have to migrate some other data with this command. This is taking a while, but it's normal. You just have to wait. Well, I'm gonna stop the video and resume it when it's done. Alright, it has finished populating the database. And now you can create a super user like this. Just give it a username, like user, an email address, and a password. Repeat the password. Super user created successfully. Okay, it's almost over. Now you must edit the settings file and change the variable static root to this string, which I'll do right now. Okay, this is the settings file. We just have to find the variable and change it to the string in the tutorial. Here it is, this one right here. We're gonna change it to static, like this. Save the file and exit. Now we must create this directory, like this. And now we must run this command to copy data to the new directory. Type yes, and it's copying the data. It's over. Before enabling the server, you have to enter these commands one after the other again, so that there are no errors on the website, which I'll do now. Just a second. This one. And this one. Alright, they are installed. After that, you have to enable the server using this command and choosing whichever port you like. I'm gonna choose port 8100, like this. Just a second. I should work. Now just open a browser and type localhost :8100 and you'll see the platform running on your local machine. Just let's open a browser, and on here type localhost : and there you are. This is the class2go platform running on your local machine. Now every time you want to access, you must have to enter these commands on the terminal and start working. And that's it. You should have class2go platform installed in your computer. I have to remind the viewers that this is not a straightforward installation, and it is normal that errors or misconfigurations occur. Everything depends on the system you're using and respective specifications. However, if you follow this guide carefully, you should be able to succeed. I will leave the PDF manual if you prefer reading step by step. Goodbye and good work.